been a few days since I've picked the camera up, even messed with the camera. In 2 days, I learned more about bow hunting than the 2 years that I've had my bow and been practicing on the chance and opportunity that I get to take a shot on a deer. Those 2 shots I've taken in 2 days were both very bad. One, a deer completely ducked the arrow, and the second one, I hit a gut shot, and we never found that deer. None of this is scripted, so I'm going to be kind of looking for words, so there might be cuts here and there. But, I wanted to make this into a video just so people can learn from it. Because it's gonna, it might not happen to you. You never know. I'm not going to say it will, because you never know what's going to happen, but if it does happen to you, I wanted to make this video, just get on here and talk to you about it, because yeah, it's rough. I'm not going to lie. Thought about giving up on bow hunting. Am I? No. But it's rough. And now, going to the bow shop this week, getting my bow tuned, shooting in the yard, completely pretty much changing my shot. I now know I should have never drawn back on a deer. I thought I was confident. I wasn't confident now that I know that. Well, I was at the time, but I shouldn't have been, is what I'm trying to say. So, the shot, the first night, we'll just go ahead and get into the hunting. I'll elaborate from there. The first night, we were hunting. We hunted that morning, didn't see anything. And we knew every time on camera they weren't active in the morning as much. They were very active in the afternoon. So, second night we went out. That night, it was probably, I'd say 7:19. 7:19 to 7:20. About 10, no, it wasn't that late. It was about 7, I think it was 7:10 to 7:20. I knew it was in legal shooting light, so legal shooting light ends at 7:25 that night. It was a 6:55 sunset. It's 30 minutes after sunset for deer hunting. It was very close to sundown. I don't, now looking back on it and thinking about it a lot, I should never have taken that shot. Visibility was low. I don't have a sight light. All I had was a lighted knot to follow. So the deer comes in. It was a long wait. I was really jacked up. You can see in the video when I play it. You can see the camera shaking a little bit from me and Lawson in the tree shaking so much. So it took about 8 to 9 minutes for that deer to get into the corn and give me a good shot. It come out 20 yards to our left and worked its way around the little brush section in the middle of the field and into the corn. And when it first got into the corn, it was a 1/4-2 shot. I wasn't shooting, and I waited and waited. Finally, we got ourselves the opportunity to take a perfect broadside shot. Perfect. And Lawson had killed his deer the night before, and when I watched him kill his deer, it was just like perfect. It was literally the perfect shot on a deer, but the way it dropped was very weird. So I drew back on the deer, and in that moment of drawing back, I completely threw out everything I've watched and researched and through this 2-year journey of just shooting, not hunting, but 2-year journey of shooting. I did not aim low at the heart. I aimed dead middle where I'd aim a rifle, right in this area. And doing that, I was a little jittery. The arrow flew a little higher, so if it wouldn't have moved, it would have been a kill shot perfect. The left to right was perfect. As soon as I shot, you can watch the deer in the video. I'll slow it down when I put it in. You can watch that deer start to go as soon as she hears my bow go off. And then by the time the arrow reaches her, she is on the ground. So Arrow, no hair on it, didn't cut her at all. Shafts, we think, somehow bounced off her back. She might have gotten a little cut on her, but nothing to kill her, nothing to even really affect her. And the arrow flipped and stuck into the ground. So, pretty rough that night alone. Went down, looked at the arrow, and I came home. I watched the video over and over and over and over and over again. Shot some the next day before we went out. Got there early, we were shooting, and I was noticing my arrows were not staying true and work. I can deal with a funk fly as long as I'm accurate. Accuracy beats everything at the end of the day. Now, if you got an arrow going like this through the air, that ain't what you want. But, so we're out there shooting, and I'm like, God, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. And I was thinking to myself, I don't need to shoot. I'm not going to kill one. Now, looking back, that was the right option. I should not have shot. I should not have even put a bow in the tree with me. Shouldn't have pulled back on that deer. So that night, I sat. Lawson and his girlfriend sat in the blind. They didn't see nothing, but I'm up in the tree, same tree, on the backfield, and it's about the same time, maybe a little earlier, I think about 7. Doe comes in from the back of the field, and I'm watching her come up, and it's hard for me to film this one. The video's a little worse. This is my first ever time self-filming. So I get the camera on her finally, and I'm just watching her come through the corn, come to the corn, come to the corn, and she sat in the corn with a broadside shot. And by the time she was in the corn, it dimmed down a little bit. And the video looks like it gets brighter because I was turning my ISO up to get a better picture. And it's very grainy too. So I'm looking and looking. At first I'm like, do I shoot, do I not? Do I shoot, do I not? So I drew back on her, and I thought I had a perfect steady shot. Punched the trigger. Arrow flies funky. Gut shot. This is the air. That is the air I shot that deer with. Right there. It's a gold tip velocity 300 spine with 125 grain Montec on the front. And a lighted knock, obviously. But, whew, sorry, this thing's a little funky still. So, gut shot at her. First, I didn't know. I knew it looked back, but I was watching her back frame by frame just to make sure I hit the deer. And I hit her, and you can watch the arrow zip right through her. It didn't slow down. It's slick. I'm drawing 60 pounds at like a 30-inch draw length, so I got a pretty good movement behind the arrow. And get down there, look at the arrow, and I knew as soon as me and Lawson looked at the arrow, you can still see some of the spots on it. It was a gut shot, and that deer wasn't dead. Not that night, at least. That was even rougher, because if you're a hunter, and you're a moral hunter, you know the pain of wounding a deer, and it getting away, and you not finding it, and knowing it died eventually, and suffered. That's one of the worst feelings you'll have as a hunter. That's one of the worst feelings I've had in a very long time. So, yeah. But what I want to make sure everybody gets clear is, do this out. Don't give up. Do not give up, because it's going to be rough. I mean, hunting in general is going to be rough. You might not see something for a week. Alright, sorry about that. My sister came running out here. So, don't give up. That's really what I want to say. And I also wanted to just go down with shots. If you can not see, I talked to a dude at the bow shop on Saturday, 2 days ago. Just talking to him opened my eyes up a lot about how he breaks down his shots, why he doesn't use a sight light or lighted nocks. And he is right. If he needs a sight light, to see a deer or see his pen, it's too dark to shoot. If he needs a nighted knock to watch his arrow fly, it's too dark to shoot. Now, I use my lighted nocks for totally different reasons, and I don't use a sight light really. I mean, I have one on there, but it doesn't seem to work right. I use my lighted nocks for video purposes, but that really opened my eyes to, it was too dark to shoot those deer, even though it was legal shooting light. I don't have a rifle scope illuminating that picture, so it's just my bare eye. So, don't shoot too late. If you don't think you're going to be able to put a good shot on it, wait. And just don't take it. Get the video of the deer, let the deer go on about its way. You'd rather not take a shot than wound a deer, I can promise you that. If you've never shot at a deer or wounded one, it sucks. But that was just like, that one opened my eyes a lot to trying to count when a shot's still worth it or not. I'm not saying you gotta get out of the stand. If you film, you can film. If not, just watch the deer. But at the end of the day, my dad always told me a great terminology, because I got in some trouble not too long, about a year ago now, and he always told me some terminology for getting through it. Alright, sorry again. My SD card was full. Get it refocused, okay. My SD card was full, I didn't know, forgot to clear it, so. But I got in some trouble about a year ago, and he always told me one terminology to get through it, because I had to do some community service for it. Whenever a brick wall or something hard comes in front of you, he told me, and this is how I was, I like to find the way around it. The easiest route. I like to walk around that wall. I'm not going to climb that wall. I might go do something else to walk around it, but I'm not going to climb that wall. It's too much trouble. Climb the wall. I don't care if it's darn 20 foot tall or if it's 4 inches tall. No matter how big a struggle it is, climb that wall. I'm climbing a wall right now, bow hunting. Now I've got my shot now, which learned some new stuff to help me make sure my equipment is on top notch. Just to make sure I'm on top notch is the only problem then. But climb the wall. Me and Lawson we haven't hunted since that night. We're gonna hunt tomorrow morning. I may shoot, he may shoot, don't know yet. But if I shoot, just know I'm facing my fears of missing again or wounding another deer. So it's gonna be rough with that one. But I just wanted to get on here just so you don't see it much with a lot of bigger YouTubers. You always see the good, and some of them I will say they show the bad, but a lot of them just show the good. But we need to normalize showing the bad, because then you give people a false reality that are watching you to figure out what they're gonna do. So we always need to show the bad, and I'm showing the bad with this one. Is it embarrassing for me to post this? Absolutely. Do I care what people are gonna think? Absolutely not. I tried my hardest and I made the stupid mistakes, so I deserve it. That's all there is to it. But I know there's some people out there that this could help, and that's why I want to make this video. I don't know, it's kind of hard to just keep talking about this because it aggravates me. It really pisses me off to know I did that. I mean, it was a mix of things. Not being comfortable with how I shot, not shooting enough in the yard, not broadhead tuning. There was all kinds, there was a plethora of different reasons for that. But don't really know. Alright, but never give up. Never. Gonna be, I think me and Lawson probably here when he gets home in just a little bit are gonna be starting to film the next video for you. So I'm gonna be back to filming. I just, for myself and to get my qualities back, I needed to take a break, which I hope y'all can understand. And that was a much needed break because I'm glad I didn't hunt Saturday. I'm glad I didn't hunt this morning even. I was gonna go hunting this morning, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, I haven't shot these new broadheads yet because I'm not shooting the, I can get it to focus on it. I can get it to focus on it. I don't know how good it's focused, but there you go, the Montex. I'm not shooting those anymore. I'll show y'all in the next video what I'm shooting. It's the Q80 Exodus. You've probably seen them. But I came out here today and I've been shooting all day religiously, non-stop all day. But just shooting today before, I didn't broadhead tune. And I was sitting out here shooting, and I was punching center from 30 yards every time on my field point. So I'm sitting there thinking, alright, I'm shooting good at 30, I'm shooting consistent. Let's get the broadhead, see what it does. It hit about 5 inches to the left. And I was like, wow, what is this? Shot it again. What? 5 inches left and high. Almost missed the target, tore the side of my target up. So I shot my field points, and I was like, alright, this something's wrong. So I called, and I'm gonna shout them out. I don't even know if they know I make videos. Jeffrey's Archery, and if you're in South Carolina, you're near Columbia, South Carolina, go to them. The absolute best. I learned more in that bow shop for an hour than I have in any classroom for 2 or 3, heck, I'll say the whole day in any classroom beside my mom's. I learned more in that bow shop from them than I will ever learn in anything else. You'll never learn all this information offline or anywhere else, but I called them and I was like, hey, I got the Q80 Exoduses the other day and some new errors. They're flying really funky. He said, what's it doing? Told him exactly what it was doing. We went on talking about it, and he said, gave me my breakdown, move your wrist. Either teeny bit to the left, teeny bit to the right. Find out which one your bow shoots. My bow didn't want me to chase it. I chased it, and I'll show you when me and Lawson are shooting later. I completely shot through the side of my target. So yeah, not what you want, but we got it figured out. I got it fixed. So huge shout out to them for helping me with that. And that's just another reason right there. If you're not 100% sure your equipment is on, don't go. So I'm now to the point where I am almost, I won't never say 100% because you never know how you're gonna act. I am 99% sure, with that 1% being me, that I could kill a deer now. I'm very happy with my shot right now. Been shooting very good groups and everything else. Alright, hopefully that's the last interruption. Yeah, well, I'm going to be closing this video off anyways. Let me get my autofocus back right. Sorry, people. Alright, so hopefully that's the last interruption, which it should be because I'm about to close this off. It's about 3:50, so about Lawson claims he'll be home at 4:30. Well, we'll see about that. So, close this off, get ready, shoot a little bit. We're gonna head down to the land and put out his land and put out the set for the morning. Get ready for in the morning, so we just walk out there and hunt. Should be a pretty good morning. Friday is gonna be a very good morning, I feel. 54 degrees that morning, which is what I like to hear. Y'all might not if you don't hunt, which, hey, too bad. It's coming. I'm ready for the winter time. But I'm gonna get this set ready, come back here, shoot, make sure he's shooting spot on for tomorrow morning. Just get ready. We're gonna ride the roller coaster, as I like to say, or as Dad likes to say. Get the ladder, we're climbing the brick wall, baby. So, not gonna let it discourage me too much. I've had 2 days of groaning and remorse for what I did, and can't let that get down too much. I mean, yes, I felt bad, and if I didn't, then I'd be worried, but nobody wants to be an unethical hunter, and I know that. I know that for a fact. But I just want y'all to know you don't give up. Not when stuff gets hard. I'm sure you go talk to any big bow hunter, they've probably missed. I know I've talked to my grandfather, he's missed quite a few times. And he bow hunted for probably, 30 years back in the day. So, everybody's gonna have mistakes. We're human, we're not perfect. Some people might look like they're perfect, but they're not deep down. They might get extremely gifted by the Lord, but hey, that's His doing, who He gifts the most. So I'm not gonna question that. So just keep your heads up if you go through it. Get back out there. I know that much. Keep shooting. Don't ever stop shooting, because that was my biggest problem. Learn how to broadhead tune. That's a big one. I will make a video about it later when we do Lawson's. Since I've already done mine, I can be more worried about video work than what my ear is doing. So we'll put that out. That'll be out with the next hunt. Don't know when this should be edited tonight, but I'm gonna start working on that. This tonight, probably will film some tonight. Might go eat or something, just have a good night before we hunt in the morning. But I want to thank everybody for watching. If this video helped you, that's all I want to do with this. I love making these videos. I mean, I don't like what this one's going to be about, but I still love the making of the video, the editing, sitting here, the filming. That's my favorite part. God, I love it. Even when me and Lawson are hunting, it's my turn to shoot. I still wish I was filming a little bit by myself, but it's way easier with a buddy, and don't get me wrong, those sits with a buddy you will never get back when you get older. So some of your most cherished memories will be in those hunts. But just wanted to thank y'all for watching. Remember, don't give up, and have a good one.